Hello folks, we're on a road trip to near Liverpool. Tell me what the area of Liverpool is.
Birkenhead.
Birkenhead, thank you. And we're setting off. We've just put £43 worth of petrol in at Ancaster petrol station. There's Ancaster Church, my main one at which I'm organist. And that's the vicar, isn't it? That lady on the right? No, it's not. Yeah, considering she's from Zimbabwe. Right, so we're going through Ancaster, and we haven't switched to CB on yet, which was very remiss of us.
Happening around here.
I don't think there's anything going to be happening around here. So we've bought a radiogram. Now normally we only buy HMV Stereo Masters. That's my kind of expertise thing, and we had the HMV dealership in 79 to kind of 84 in Yorkshire, and I like the products. I've had factory training. Mind you, they pulled the factory down now. It was Enfield, wasn't it, where the Queen kept her chickens as well. There's an old joke. But this is a Marconiphone. But those of you who know will realise that Marconiphone was one of Thorn's brands at the time, along with Ferguson and Ultra, of course. And nearly everything was built in what had been the Ultra factory. So, because this Marconiphone radiogram was also available as an HMV, no doubt with a different cabinet style, but the same chassis, it would have been an entry model into HMV's range. So it isn't in the Stereo Master, so it's going to be a medium, long and VHF FM radio. It's going to be a mono radio. It's going to have a BSR super slim turntable of, is it UA15? We'll see when we see it. And the vendor has dismantled it partly because he thought he was going to be able to fix it. We'll have a discussion about that. And I've got the service app manual, so it should be straightforward. And being an entry model, it is 2 watts per channel. Now that's 2 real watts. That's not 2 Dixon's watts or 2 Good Buddy watts. So it's quite adequate, but these days Dixon's would turn that into 64 watts. So we'll move on and come back to you on the video in a bit. Oh, we're just on the outskirts of Mansfield. The CB's woken up. We've got a Land Rover Discovery with a doggy in the back. And the CB says whatever. And I thought we'd be moving. We are. We've just commented there used to be a coal washing plant here in what was a former mining area, and when I was at school in Rotherham in South Yorkshire, we had a lad at school whose dad was a coal washer, and people used to take the Michael, oh, what's he do then? Cover it in fairy liquid, which for overseas viewers is a washing up detergent. They call it dish soap, don't they? We don't. Anyway, washing up liquid, and Fairy Liquid is probably the best leading brand one.
You can go to Aldi and get Magnum.
Yes, which or we can have a dishwasher. I through the camcorder I can see the sequence of those lights on the car in front, which are electronic.
Oh right.
So yeah, they're all in a what do we call it when it's
stroboscopic?
Yeah, because it's in a multiplex. That's why. Yeah. Well, this is a boring bit of video, so when this lady jogs by, we'll jog off.
Jog on.
Okay, with somebody off frequency saying they're doing 40 watts. So I hope the pals of beer listening. Hard stuffed. We're on our way to Chesterfield, where we'll pop in for a McDonald's. It's on our route.
yeah, you're a bit screwed. Yeah, I've already spoken to them.
I just thought it was a bit nice and scenic, but we're behind a bus.
They'll open them up, but they won't repair them. Oh. That's it then. It's a binner. No, it's not a binner, you've just got to find somebody. You are? It's not a binner, you've just got to find somebody. I don't know anybody. No, I don't.
I think they're asking about people to repair dodgy rigs. Well, it certainly ain't me.
I don't really know. Look inside one of them, then look. No, I've never looked inside one of them.
So are we in Derbyshire, or are we on the outskirts of...
I think we are,
yeah.
Across the A1 side.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. Right, we'll come back to the video when we get to Chesterfield, because you've got to see the crooked spire on the parish church. Well, there's Chesterfield Parish Church. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. Not difficult, not easy when you're in a car. Yeah, unseasoned timber, hundreds of years ago. There was a nasty fire in 1961, but although they lost the 1700 Schnetzler organ, they did manage to save the spire. So, well, now we've come to a full stop and a comma.
You can just see it.
Yeah, I can see it poking out. We once, when I worked at Nottingham Radio, we found a camcorder tape stuffed under the wiring of a car which a customer had just bought. And so we were curious as to what was on this camcorder tape. It was a Video 8 camcorder tape. I had a flat nearby at the time, and so we went down to my flat and played it into a Video 8 machine, and lo and behold, it was somebody's bedroom pictures and video. But you could see through the window the spire from Chesterfield Parish Church, so we knew that you know, you could work out which which property it had come from. Anyway, that was something we handed back to the customer. Another view of Chesterfield Parish Church. We seem to have got some interesting sculpture on the roundabout there. Oh, I'm glad I got running the camcorder when he played that trick. Would be roadworks, wouldn't there?
Church again?
Yeah. Yes, so it is this road. Those of you who've been on UKCB since 1981, was it November the 2nd, 1981 when it came out? The licensing was done by Chesterfield. And was it Chetwynd House? And oh, here's McDonald's, which we're going to. Don't know whether they've demolished that. One government building, you know, the kind of thing. But it was your license, although it was processed through the post office, it was all based at Chetwynd House, Chesterfield. Could be. There's a building behind us. That doesn't help you. So, having had our nose bag at McDonald's, we carry on towards, well, it says on that sign, Bakewell, where tarts come from, and Buxton, where Michael Dranfield comes from. It's all very picturesque. about every set of roadworks in Britain, though. We're only about 40 minutes behind schedule with about 75 miles to go. So we're on another unusual bit as we're clear of Matlock and on the way to...
Well, we didn't go towards Matlock.
No.
Come off the other road. We've just gone through Baslow.
Baslow, yeah.
Heading towards here.
Which is where the 1600s plague came from, which eventually found its way to London. In a roll of cloth. My ears have just popped with certainly changing pressure. Housley. So we've picked up, we're on the suburb of Liverpool, Birkenhead, and we're going to be taking a different route back, like we do. It's in the back of the car, and I'm not going to really swing around with it, but I'll certainly show it you before this video ends. Not that there's anything to show, it is a standard type of radiogram. These are 2 watts per channel, and that's 2 real watts, not Dixon's watts. And once again we're not moving, so we'll come back to the video in a bit. Right, well, what we got to go? About 75 miles? 85 miles, and it's 5:30 in the evening, and the CB's spouting. Newcastle under Lyme or Stoke-on-Trent kind of area.
I think this might be Stoke, because I saw a football ground in the distance.
I'm going to tell you all a story though about the motor vehicle auctions. When I worked at Nottingham Radio, Mr. Smith, the owner, I turned them down a bit actually. He decided he wanted a van, so he fancied having an ex-British Telecom Bedford HA van. So he went to the auctions because he knew they'd got some there. But he didn't set off from Nottingham until the start of the auction. So I think it was something like 11 o'clock in the morning, the auction start. He started off from Nottingham with me at 11 o'clock in the morning. So when we eventually got there, the auctioneer says, and now the final lot, the double-decker bus. That was it. Then the auctioneer says, actually we've got some round the back which are non-starters. So we ended up paying this non-starting Bedford HA van for 250 quid and towing it back. Right, we'll join the video later. Mr. Chippie was wondering what has happened to his sat-nav. It's a ladybird on the screen. Oh dear. So what's that?
Hope we didn't touch.
No, don't touch that bit. I'll finish this off in the boot of the car. Speaker grills at the bottom. I can't see the record card. It's a super slim, isn't it? I'll take away the thingy. Oh, stopping it open. We've got the cartridge across the... Why has that happened? Anyway, there we are. Marconiphone. What looks to me like a BSR Super Slim. And there we have it from the car park somewhere in Stoke-on-Trent. Thanks for watching.